Live from America's home for motorsports, welcome race fans one and all back to Green Flag TV. This afternoon, we get set to go racing once again for Saturday night primetime action. Welcome to the SRA IEL Truck Series and the Hornets 134. 200 miles of racing, 134 laps about to kick off this afternoon for this 1.5 mile quad oval. My name is Lola Rambo, bringing you all of racing action from start to finish this afternoon. Austin Edstrom currently, I believe, taking shelter with some of the storms in the region, so we are hoping the best for him this afternoon. Who knows, maybe he might be able to join us later on, depends if the power returns to his facility. But for now, we are bringing you all the action here on Saturday night. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be an intense one. The race at Chicagoland Speedway 1 week ago was unlike nothing that we've seen in a while. That race was absolutely phenomenal, and it's looking to be just as exciting to race here this afternoon. Charlotte often throws up some of the best races on the mile-and-a-half business, and looking like this is going to be just as good of a run for us here this afternoon. Taking a look at the point standings, enter racing action tonight remains a two-horse race at the top with Paul Witt and Justin Adesogak separated by just 5 points apiece. 376 for Paul Witt, 371 for the rookie sensation Zane Bailey. Right now trailing a distant third, and Aaron Raymond looking like he is going to be effectively out of the championship this afternoon. The only other driver so far in the 300-point bracket, and then it is over 100 points back to fifth place runner Ryan Wayne. So again, Witt and Adesogak, the two main hitters to beat up at the top of this field. They've been trading blows back and forth, but so far Paul Witt has held that points lead from round number 1 of the season, but that gap has been whittled down more and more and more over the last little while, and it's looking like he could very well find his championship run in jeopardy this afternoon if he can't come home and score a good position this afternoon. Last week's race, Justin Adesogak was looking to finish ahead of Paul Witt. Didn't go his way. Witt finished 6th, Adesogak finished 8th. And that is what takes us into the point situation here this afternoon. Right now, track conditions looking to be relatively solid. 74 degrees Fahrenheit in the air, 82 degrees Fahrenheit down on the racetrack. And all of this with just 2 minutes left here in qualifying, as several trucks are still out and about and ready to rumble this afternoon. There you see Aaron May working his way down to the start-finish line as he gets set to see what kind of a lap he can put down. Lap number 1 will put him number 6 on the boards. Not a bad run for the iRacing Toyota Tundra. He's now going to fire his way down the back chute, and we get set to see what he's able to do. He's bumped down to the 7th spot as Jim Duda will punch his ticket onto the front row. Goes second quick on the day. Just 200ths off the pace. May, though, comes across the line this time by end of lap number 2. What's the time going to be? No improvement is going to be the answer on that one. Mike Campbell just crossed the line, and he will go up into 13th as well. So that is it then. Qualifying just about in the books and ready to go. So as we wait for this last minute of qualifying to wrap up, coming up on Green Flag TV tomorrow, it's a doubleheader. The Classic IndyCar Series kicks off their season opener with the PRS Grand Prix at Phillip Island. That'll be at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and just a couple hours after that race reaches its conclusion, we jump back stateside to Hampton, Georgia for the ASRL Xfinity Series. Race number 5, kicking off 160 laps around Hampton, Georgia. And then that'll bring us down to March 18th, where the OMSRL Cup Series will take to the Windy City as they'll go racing at Chicagoland Speedway for the first time in quite a few seasons. And that will be at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday night. That's what's coming on up over the next few days. And with this, qualifying draws to a close. And we are ready to do battle this afternoon. 200 miles, 134 laps, ready to get underway. And this is how they line on up for racing action this afternoon. Starting on pole position, you're going to have the likes of Aaron Raymond alongside Jim Duda. Zane Bailey picks up the number 3 spot. Paul Witt back and forth. Justin Adesogak starts down in the 5th place spot. From there, 6th place holds Thomas Lane Jr. Aaron May back in 7th. Michael Gutcher in 8th, Jared Duda in 9th, and Joshua Highball rounds out the top 10. Yellow Wilburs will be starting to the 11th place spot with Ryan Wayne back in 12th, Mike Campbell Jr. in 13th with Jeff Gilmore in 14th, John Holiday's in 15th, Nicholas Braz in 16th, John Walter Jr. in 17th, Mike Allen for Team Alpha 1 back in 18th, the Team Moza driver Joshua Jernigan is in 19th, and Noah Swafford for Raymond Motorsports will close out the top 20. Moving on down to the back portions of the field then. You've got Anthony Lane back in 21st, 3/10 off the mark, along with Danny Story. Story making his debut this afternoon. LeBon Van Leer starts 23rd, Jim Kolmesberger in 24th, Anthony Williams in 25th, Dale Rapp 26th, and it is going to be Cody Witt, Robert Morrow, George Rincon, Brad Slago, Jordan Jung, and Kevin Roy will close out the field with the back two not putting down times to start this race. So drivers are in the midst of their pre-race drivers meeting. We're going to take ourselves a quick step back, and when we return, it's more racing action for you on Green Flag TV.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Green Flag TV, getting set to return back to Green Flag Racing this afternoon. And, well, the drivers' meeting is just about wrapped on up, and then we'll be able to take ourselves to the grid here this afternoon. Once again, kind of going through some of the big names to look out for tonight. Of course, Paul Wett, Justin, and Sogak starting just offset of each other on rows 2 and 3. The big title contenders for the championship this season, separated by only 5, and then Zane Bailey back by almost 20 from there. But you want to talk about some new drivers. How about the Canadian Danny Story entering this race in the Pennzoil Toyota Tundra, making his first start in SRA IEL Truck Series competition. Story should be a good one to see what he's able to do running in that machine here this afternoon. So the number 87 gridded on up, ready to go, and the field gonna roll out from pit road this afternoon. Only driver not to grid is going to be Jordan Jung. So that is going to unfortunately leave us with just 31 trucks getting set to take to the grid this afternoon. But hey, those 31 trucks can still put on a absolutely phenomenal show, and I'm expecting no different this afternoon. So Aaron Raymond leading the way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The Pepsi Silverado just about ready to rumble this afternoon, as driver from Highgate, Vermont will be in control as we get set to work it off of turn numbers 3 and 4. Happy you're joining us for racing action on Saturday night for prime time. Field is going to enter the Geico restart zone. Time to get the party started. It's go, go, go in Concord, North Carolina. Side of turn 4, Aaron Raymond pulls clear for the top shelf. He's going to duck in line with Zane Bailey, now side by side with Jim Duda for the number 2 spot. They're going to get that fight sorted out as Duda is able to pull a clear sweep across the nose. Paul Witt clears for 4th, and Sogak tucks in line for 5th. No changes in the top 5 for position. Aaron May battling it out with Thomas Lane Jr. Lane running some new colors this afternoon, running a Chief Express Toyota Tundra up on the high shelf of 3 and 4. Michael Gudger trying to find an opening down low, and he's going to take that one down to the inside as we get back down to turn 1. Zane Bailey and Paul Witt, meanwhile, they're in lockstep as they fight their way down the backstretch this time by. Witt still in the mix, Jim Duda in the mix, and looking like Paul Witt wants to go. He's going to take that one high on Jim Duda. No joy, though. Force the top back in line in this battle for the lead of the race. Tell you what, an awesome grudge match, though, that these people are having as they are just looking to get on the loud pedal and get to work early. Further behind, Jared Duda, Joshua Highball. Also under fire. As Highball almost going to get into it there with Jared Duda as the pack. Man, just able to get single filed out there as Jared Duda pulled across the nose of number 41. Still picking up in full force as you're right on board with Dylan Wilbers in that number 16. Not too much movement, all things considered. There's been a few drivers moving up spots, a few drivers moving down spots, but overall, not too much in the way of actual big movers in this field. Biggest mover so far, Levon Van Leer, up 4 spots, but he's still all the way down at 19. Looking like this is going to be a difficult track to pass on this afternoon, and a lot of drivers started to discover that early on with these attempted attacks down the inside. There's just not a lot that's working for these C-Class trucks this afternoon. As Dylan Wilbers and Ryan Wayne are going to look to exchange a couple of blows. Mike Campbell sits just in the wings. And while they're still having their fight, towards the front, Aaron May tried to have a look on Justin Anisogak. Couldn't quite get the run going. It remains Raymond, Duda, Whit, Bailey, Anisogak in the top 5. And this the scrap for 12th place with Wilbers and Campbell is going to quickly get itself single filed out. Looks almost like a Super Speedway race right now. Everybody trying to run single file. No one able to get away from each other. As Ryan Wayne's going to make the move on Thomas Lane Jr., gets himself up into the top 10. Wayne looking like he's found some speed in that number 25 as he is starting to run down Joshua Highbaugh. From first place all the way back in this field, there is not one truck that is separated by more than about 5 or 6 tenths of a second. It is that close all the way around the racetrack, and that is honestly incredible. That we're 10 laps deep and everything is still that tightly packed together. Bailey tried for an attempt up top, couldn't get the job going. You're right on board with them now as to the back of Paul Witt. Paul Witt goes up high. Now can Bailey clear off 4? No. He remains at the door. Paul Witt, Justin Anisogak now going to go at it as Bailey has fought his way into the number 3 spot. Anisogak seems like he's running a new paint scheme every single race as now he makes a look down the inside of Witt. And he is going to be able to just slip clear from the inside. Behind Michael Gudger, Aaron May going to exchange positions. Oh, trouble! Anthony Lane tipped by Dale Rapp. Able to save it, but a close call for Anthony Lane up in turn numbers 3 and 4, right on board with Lane. Caught the wall, then got a bit of a tap there from Dale Rapp. Nearly sent him around. Luckily enough, able to keep it out of trouble. For third. And a Sogak building momentum. He's going to look underneath Zane Bailey now. Justin Anasogak looking like he wants to move up the field. Still side by side for well over a lap now, as these two just not able to figure out who's going to be winning. It looks like Zane Bailey is going to win that fight. Potentially. Maybe. Not quite, no. Anasogak being ever persistent down on the inside. And now he's forced to bail. Went meanwhile down for this race. He's going to lose another one to Ryan Wayne, who's going to go up to gain his 5th spot this race. Just tucks in between Jared Duda and Paul Witt for 7th. Ryan Wayne started to abuse the Larson line up top. Gaining a lot of momentum quickly. He's figuring something out on that top shelf. And he's making sure this field knows it. Then you got Anasogak, you got Bailey. You got Jim Duda all still under a blanket as well, as they look to go side by side. A tap of the brakes there for Anasogak, just finds a hole, and Gudger takes his momentum down low, tries to get up to 4th as they enter turn 1. And those are racing Team IEL 64 sliding up. He's not going to get into Anasogak, but will be forced to tuck back in line behind him. Now we're really starting to see all of this tire saving strategy come into play. Anasogak follows Bailey up the track. What is going on here? Anasogak is just all over the back of Zane Bailey. Bit of a weird moment. I think Gudger, in his indecision, if he wants to pursue that pass, kind of unsettling. 13 a bit. Jared Duda and Ryan Wayne have closed in on this growing fight for the 3rd place position. And Anasogak takes it on a swing, looks down low. I think you kind of got the message from Gudger. If you don't make that move, I'm going to make it for you. And you watch me going up, not falling further back. Jared Duda started to put Michael Gudger under fire, as well as Jared Duda looks to the inside, trying to maybe link up with his old man up the road. And a Sogak still holds the inside of Zane Bailey. Bailey bobbles from the top. Nearly goes around off two. He's able to gather it up though. Keeps the quarter panel in there for third, but he's finally going to lose it in four. And a Sogak clears, and Gudger immediately goes to pounce on Bailey as he loses momentum and falters. Good, solid green flag run we're having so far. Back in the field, Nicholas Braz and Mike Campbell. We're going to exchange blows. This is here for 15. And Ryan Wayne comes into pit road, and Dylan Wilbers has had problems. He is slow on the inside of 1 and 2. So Ryan Wayne came to pit road. This is what happened to Wilbers. Off of 4. What in the world? That shot just hooked dead left on him into the infield. Catches it from hitting the dividing wall that separates pit road from the rest of the infield. Strange accident there, though. Fighting down the back chute as we enter turn numbers 1, 3, and 4. Wayne's already come down to pit road. Zane Bailey will be the next one to bail out under green flag conditions. Paul Witt is in as well. So the first of several pit stop runs is underway. Jim Colmansberger going to scramble to the outside of Mike Allen. While Campbell finds himself under heavy fire. Now Campbell's a bit of a cork in the bottle in this battle. Colmansberger quick to shoot up top. 3 wide with Zane Bailey, who's coming off of pit road down on the apron. Oh, Ryan Wayne trying to force his way through on fresh tires. Race leader Aaron Raymond is into pit road, as is Gudger and Jim Duda. Thomas Lane Jr. and John Hart. Oh, caution! And around multiple cars. Spinning into pit road is Anthony Lane. Kevin Roy is collected. That is Mike Allen that is stopped up high. Dale Rapp has gone around. Boy, a lot has suddenly happened at one point in time. Strange accident coming off of the top side of turn 4. Let's take a look. So this is, I think, going to be already in progress, left-hand side. As there's the 29. No, 29 checked up. Got run over by the 3. Nowhere for Dale Rapp to go. And the 3 just spun, locking up the brakes is what happened there. Then what happened to Dale Rapp here? Because Rapp got going. Oh, Kevin Roy checked low and shoved Jernigan into pit road. Nothing he could really do in that deal. And then, wow, just spun her up trying to get going better. Potentially money shifted. Miscommunication trying to get down to pit road. That's all that happened there. On board with Dale Rapp, and you're going to see he's going to arrive on scene and just know where to go. Nothing he could have done there. And the KNC Sim Motorsports driver tried to cut left to avoid the wreck. And unfortunately, checked it to Joshua Jernigan. Multiple drivers in and out of pit road. Tough break for several. Among them, the Goodweiser Motorsports driver of Anthony Williams with a very tough break. We'll see if we can't get in touch with the driver of the number 3 truck, see what his thoughts are on that. Anthony, this is Old Rambo here at the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Hello.
Well, that wasn't ideal. Definitely not what you were hoping for in the middle of a pit stop window. Your take on that incident?
Man, it was just one of them deals. It just happened. You know, I didn't mean for it to. Just happened so quick that.
All things considered, you managed to save the truck from the worst of the damage. What's going to be the game plan for the rest of the race?
Yeah, you know, I come into the pits and hit that, and man, I hate that it happened. I sure didn't want to be in that position.
All right, we'll wish you the best of luck here, Anthony, and good luck for the rest of the race.
I appreciate it.
Anthony Williams out of Blanchard, Oklahoma. Right now, running up now, just moved up to 27th place. As a result of drivers coming to pit road, and we're going to hold the start. We're going to hold the restart, sorry. Likely due to just trying to get people back in order. So we will be restarting this race with exactly 100 laps to go. So the field going to work its way back through turn numbers 3 and 4. And Michael Gudger now leads the way. Only 2 trucks took fuel only on that pit stop. Those drivers are Dylan Wilbers and Noah Swafford.
Green,
flying back in the air. Driving around into turn numbers 1 and 2. Gudger pulling clear, and Sogak and Duda trying to size him up. And Sogak getting a little crossed up there, but he's able to get it relatively handled. Further back, Aaron May and Nicholas Braz are about to go at it as Braz catches the outside wall, exiting 4. Ryan Wade comes down pit road on the restart, possibly with a penalty to serve. And here's a bit of 3 as Dylan Wilbur's all sorts of out of shape in the middle of 1 and 2. Oh, pitched in by Paul Wick, gets up into the rookie Danny Story. Story up top of 3, he's going to pull clear. Close shave there all around, but now we got Jared Duda looking for a move underneath Michael Gudger with Anna Sogak in the mix. Down the back straightaway. Michael Gudger pulling clear from the top. Jared Duda fighting down low. And that race won by the LSU 64 up high. Behind them, Aaron May and Joshua Highbaugh duking it out as Aaron May started to make moves up high. And a Sogak low, look out! Gilmore going around, turn 2, up into the outside wall. Lock it down, hold the brakes, brakes, oh boy. I think everyone managed to miss him. Woo, and we can breathe. That was a terrifying ride. Jeff Gilmore, I'm sure needs a bit of a change in race trousers after that one. Take another look. Goes down low, tags the back of Anasogak right as Jared Duda cuts across his nose. That's going to spin the 57 out. Highbaugh escapes up high. So does Braz. Braz does catch the outside wall and is going to nose it in on the outside of turn 2. And then, holy cow, that is a little close for comfort if you're asking me on that deal. That is a wild, wild sight to see. And there you saw George Rincon getting into it with Anthony Williams. This was high on what he saw. Just escapes up high. But he does catch the outside wall, and then with Gilmore. Wild spin puts us under the caution flag for the second time tonight. We will return in a moment on Green Flag TV. Back to Green Flag TV. Getty set to rumble. Last incident declared a racing incident between the 15, the 13, the 57, and the 53. Wild spin for Jeff Gilmore puts us under the caution flag for the second time tonight. A quick succession after our first. This is the incident at speed. Watches Duda cuts down, checks up Antisoga, checks up Gilmore, and round goes to 57. And somehow when he comes back down the track, everybody misses him. You don't see sights like that too often, and you know that Gilmore is thanking his lucky stars that there's a lot of great heads-up driving from the field. And we are going to once again be delaying this start. This is something that was mentioned with the big administrative reforms that took place over the last week or so, is that anybody, if race control deemed that they needed to hold a start in order to get something right, they were going to hold it. And honestly, I agree with the call. I mean, it's one of those cases, right? You don't want to go green and then have something else messed up. I think everybody here will gladly take the extra lap, make sure everything is squared away before we let them loose again. So green flag coming back out this time by Michael Gudger in full control. And Gudger takes us back to the lead as we rocket towards turn one. Drivers fanning out, 2, almost 3 behind. Anasogag making a quick pounce on Gudger and takes the race lead away from the LSU number 34. Anasogag drives to the point. Still finds second. Jared Judah running back in third. Then even further back in the field, Zane Bailey causing Campbell to get a little bit checked up right in front of Lamont Van Leer. Man, these guys are just beating and banging on each other like we're running at Richmond or something. Three to this 1.5 mile quad over like it's a short track. Van Leer down low. Campbell blocks him and he's going to get turned. Trying to catch it. Slides down the racetrack. He's going to do it. How is that? And now he goes fully around. And he is going to stuff it big time into the inside wall. Well, it started as a good save, and unfortunately it didn't end that way. Tough break there for Campbell. We'll get a look back here. This is watch as Van Leer tries to cut low. I don't think Campbell's happy about him bumping him in the corner, and so Tried to block. Van Leer wasn't having it. Turned him. And tried to gather it up, but then just got doored by Dylan Wilbers, and that finally finished the job. Brent Slagle did a great job of getting around this, and the rest of the Wrench Motorsports crew is yikes. Caution. Oh, big crash. Holy cow. The 29 takes flight as Mike Allen goes flying down the back straightaway. Lands atop the safer barrier. Terrifying crash. Down the back chute. What the hay happened there? This is coming around through. We'll jump this forward a little bit more. It's into turn one. It's going to start up the road, I think. Hey, you see the smoke. You see Wayne checking up. Allen checking up. Started with Cody Witt. Oh, my God. And we thought Dale Rapp's flip was wild. Landing directly on top of the roll cage there. Wild tumble as he's going to end up on top of the safer barrier. That's speed. This is Aaron Raymond. Raymond tried to go to the middle, and Cody Witt, I don't know, turned right or something. Got sucked in, and jeez. I think it's safe to say Allen's day is done. Oh, he just got tight. That's all that happened there, and that is one of the wildest sights you are going to see all season long. Raymond was lucky not to get caught up in that as well, and look at the height. First off, the first impact, that shot him down, and Ryan Wayne then careens into him and sends him way up in the air, and he is going to slam down on top of his roof. Lands on top of Aaron Raymond's deck lid. Eventually, it lands on top of the safer barrier. It's one of the darndest things I've seen all season for these guys, and we've seen a lot of wild moments with these guys. This will be on board with Aaron Raymond. That is a brutal crash. And I don't think these guys expected him to land on top of the deck lid either. From the spotter stand. Oh my gosh. I think rolled about halfway down the back straightaway at the end of it. And Cody Witt has pulled it off of the racetrack. Oh, look out, loose, and he took out Campbell. You're kidding me. No intent there, just completely lost the back end, had no rear downforce. trying to slow it down, and I'm willing to bet there are some very, very unpleasant words being said. Well, it just keeps getting weirder. I mean, every time we look around. Green flag set to come out this time by. As we restart, 3 cautions so far in the front half of this race, and well, we'll tally onto the list as we go back green flag racing once again. Field thundering down towards turn numbers 3 and 4 as double file into the wall goes Brad Slagle. Slagle falling back. Brown trying to go 3 wide up the middle. That's brave. He's going to bully out Danny Story down low. Story probably takes a wise move on backing out there. And Slagle nursing a wounded bird now as he tries to fend off Joshua Jernigan. 1 car low. That's Kevin Roy. Off 4. Maine, Dutcher, Highbaugh, and Lear. All of them still trying to sort out their own problems. May washing up the racetrack, almost gets into the door of Michael Gudger. Joshua Highball pulls clear from Van Leer. Wilbur sideways, stopped on the front stretch, cautions out. And he takes the tow. Caution number 4 on the day in quick succession, and this is how it happens. Oh, you already see him loose, and never caught it. Back end comes around. And, oh boy. Crunch into the pit attenuator. This will be with the pit wall cam here. Just bam! That explains why the truck wasn't moving. That thing would have been killed instantly. Trying to lock it down, trying to do something, but that was just not going to happen. Round in. Oh my. Watch as they see him start to get loose. Right here, he thinks he's got it, tries to turn it back out, but he's going way too fast, and all four wheels launch off the ground as he goes from about 140 miles an hour to a dead stop in an instant. Wilbur's end of the line first at fault, and RIP to the water barrels at pit entry, according to race control. I agree with that assessment. Caution's out, fourth time in the first half. We'll be back in a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Green Flag TV. Once again, about to go back racing. We went green for about the first 30 or so laps, and then we've had 4 cautions since then in the next 30, and hoping things get a little bit more cleaned up so we can get some good runs in. Pace car will pull down, this time by and we are going to be set to take off in the restart zone. Jared Dudon, Zane Bailey, both still pulling clear from the inside. Rincon and Sogak, Gudger. Working with it up top. One truck, into the wall. Anthony Williams catches a wing. And meanwhile, everyone else hauling down the front straightaway. Zane Bailey and Jared Duda side by side for the drop of the green flag. Unable to get it, doubled out. In fact, they're going to go triple. And Sogak takes it 3 wide to the inside. And Sogak takes second. Trying to take first on 8-lap pressure tires as a result of pit stops. Deep in the pack as you see Gudger, you see Jared Duda scrambling for spots. Aaron May and Jared Duda are all in the middle of a pretty hefty fight here among themselves. There you see Jeff Gilmore, Dale Rapp, LeBon Van Leer. Lap 64, approaching the halfway mark at about 3 laps time. boy, Aaron May pushing up from the bottom, almost took Gutcher through the wall. Well, everyone else is starting to single file it out just behind them. Meanwhile, Gilmore, Bailey, Highball, Jared Duda still in the fray. Oh, nearly a tap there. As Joshua Jernigan saw him a little bit caught up in one of our first cautions of the night. He's starting to make tracks, gets around Anthony Williams, trying to make the same move on Story. Whoa, where is Williams going? Up to traffic! Puts Duda hard into the wall, Slangle in it as well. Caution comes out. And Anthony Williams has suddenly destroyed a few trucks right at halfway. Right. We are going to take a look back and dissect a little bit here. Watch the number 3. What in the world? Did he just get loose? Comes back up, took Slagle right into Jim Duda. Duda went hard into the wall, and then he's struggled for control, tags Paul Witt. That sends him back into the outside wall, and that is what did the motor in. It's been a weird race this afternoon, as that is the lap prior. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. We're right on board with Anthony Williams. Yeah, he just got loose and tried to throttle out of it. And we're under caution again. You saw the word being given. Anthony Williams sent to the tail of the longest line as a result of an unsafe rejoin from the apron. It is of little consolation, I'm sure, to Jim Duda. And it is just such a shame. Field coming off of turn number 4, ready to go back to green flag racing this afternoon. Justin Sogak jumping on the loud pedal as we rocket down to turn 1. Aaron May tucks in line, high ball in 3rd. Van Leer in 4th. Michael Gudger sits back in 5th and looking for 3. Zane Bailey getting the elbows out, but he is going to make a clean pass on Coleman'sberger. Justin Sogak clears for the lead of the race. The driver of that number 13 looking for win number 2 this afternoon. May not about to let him have that lead though, lying down as he's trying to size him a pass. Goes high, gets cut off, looks low. Aaron May is there for the top spot. Such a tight racetrack right now that these guys are fighting with, and boy, aggressive ducks being thrown back here as Van Leer just had a haymaker put on them by Heimbach, trying to have it put on him again, and 2, didn't work. Van Leer's got the inside, blocks Jared Duda, huge block to the inside, Duda's not having it. Van Leer stuffs it up the middle. And Jared Duda digging down low, he's gonna take 2 for 2. That pass came from nowhere, around going Swafford. Infield, up the track, hard into the outside wall, collects Anthony Lane. Oh, and a head-on impact. Big crunch. And caution comes out again. Heavy lick up on the top side of turn 1, and a bit of contact with Gilmore, sends the Mobile 1 machine around, keeps it off the inside wall, but just a passenger at this point. Up, he's going to take out Anthony Lane there as Lane spins it out. Amarola started to go around. There was the heavy hit for Campbell. And then somewhere back here, whoa, Williams! Where was Anthony Williams going? As Williams shot sideways, that's going to take him out of the race. So there you see the 17 spins down, and there's Anthony Lane getting taken out. And he's also done for the day. Hard hit into the wall, then here comes the head-on lick, and geez Louise. And there you see Williams spinning out and careening into the outside wall. Maybe 2 lines coming together would be my best assessment of that. Oh my word. On board with Campbell. Oh boy. Just got demolished. There's the Anthony Williams. This is what Williams saw. right on the entry, man, and you can't do that. It doesn't work. Now, Cody Witt sees the smoke. You can see there's a wreck out, so he took the wise one, and he's already hard on the brakes, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hello. That is unbelievable. Another violent impact. Oh my goodness, Thomas Lane Jr. Did you see Lane just barely sneak through the middle there? That was insane. Right on board with Lane. Yo, just gets around it. Amaral did a good job to lock it down as well. "16 trucks are left on the lead lap. "21 in total left in the race out of the 31 that started. We've already lost a third of the field, and at the rate we're going, we're not going to have any trucks left by the end. Saw both tires started to come off the ground there, and there's the first hit from Roy, and just, oh boy. Had what, 3, 4 incredibly violent impacts this race. I mean, this race on track to be one of the roughest rides you've had of the month. Assessment from race control. Swafford went down into Gilmore. We'll look at it one more time. And this will be from the side on. Back on, sorry. I could see it. Didn't leave him with a lot of room to work with down there. There was already a bit of contact right about there. And then just... that second hit's what finished the job. Through turn 4. We will restart the race for lap 80. Green flag is back in the air. Already one truck, Josh Jernigan jumping down to the low side. Not wanting any part of what's taking place up front here. Jared Duda looking to take the lead away from Justin Andisogak. Zane Bailey down low. Aaron May still in the mix. All the while, the sun continues to get closer and closer to the horizon at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jeff Gilmore catches the wall. Aaron May still fighting out with Andisogak for third. Bailey has not allowed Duda to get away for the lead of the race. Eventually, he's going to find a hole. Boy, and you can just see the... Oh, never mind. Got a caution again. Kevin Roy, outside wall, turn number 2. Looks like he may have gone into the fence there. Well, we'll jump back, find out the cause. This is off of turn 4. So he's going to be smooth sailing more or less as he takes off towards 1 here. He's all by himself, so this is likely... Yeah, that damage to the back end just caused the back end to come around on him. Slides up and... Yep, tags the outside wall. Fairly nondescript incident, and that is... about as cut and dry as it gets for a caution. Yellow flag comes out once again. We'll be back in a moment on Green Flag TV. Green flag just moments away as we still have just shy of 50 laps remaining in the Hornets 134. And boy, these drivers have been driving around each other like a pack of angry Hornets. I'll tell you what, I mean, this has been a much more brutal race than I expected, considering what we saw last week at the Chicagoland Speedway. Race car is off once again as we now leave it in the hands still of Jared Duda. And caution is out for the 8th time tonight. Green flag's out for the 8th time tonight, sorry. pinching going on back straightaway as Thomas Lane Jr. and Ryan Blank kind of both trying to hold Anna Sogak down. Up front, Zane Bailey still has not given up his crusade for the top spot, but Lamont Van Leer now tracking low. Van Leer, we already saw him having a great run last week. Was second place at a shock podium. And now looking to be up front, just about on pace alone. He's going to lose out to Aaron May, who's got fresher tires by about 12 laps. And is now looking for second. Oh, Gudger slides, catch, and great move there for Gudger to hang on. Close shave there with the outside fins. Up top, Zane Bailey trying to make the move. Gudger takes it 3 wide up the middle of Aaron May and Bailey. Trying to get through. Jared Duda really holding Aaron May up. Michael Gudger sweeps around the outside of the 53 and takes the lead. Snipes that thing with almost 20 lap pressure tires. At this point, drivers will not be blamed for wanting to hold off on any kind of strategy calls until the next caution comes out, because the way it's been going, we're almost expecting another one any time now. But if they can just get out of this initial 10 laps or so, we should be able to get a good green flag run going. And this run could be the one that takes us to the end if we can just particularly get these guys broken up from each other, because they are just going at it right now. And he takes the spot back from Duda. Remember, Jared Duda and Michael Gudger, they are teammates, so definitely playing a bit of team games there. Vastly differing lines between the 64 and the 24. Oh, right to the back of the 64 entry. Gudger still holding him up on the top side, but Aaron May blitzes through. Gudger trying to go for the over-under. He's got to run down the back straightaway. Looks high. Aaron May blocks down low. May pulls clear, but he's in too deep. Gudger takes it back to the inside. Great move there for Michael Gudger. Steals the lead back. Aaron May trying to battle back to this inside. 40 laps to go with the Hornets 134. Trouble back straight away. Rincone's around into the inside wall. Slides to a stop. The good one is your service number 28 Chevy Silverado. And we're under caution once again for the 8th time now. Single truck crasher looks like, as Rincon got a little loose, came off the wall, got doored by Holiday, or doored Holiday, and back end just comes around and into the inside wall. Not much to say on that deal, just kind of how it fell. You saw the back end trying to lift up, just didn't have much ability to do so. Multiple trucks into pit road. Dale Rapp, Zane Bailey, Thomas Lane Jr., Coleman'sberger staying out along with others. This restart's shaking up to be a bit of a wild one, especially with the race we've had so far tonight. Several trucks out of the race thus far. Let's get a chat with one of the drivers here. Right now up towards the front of the field. Don't really believe we ever had the chance to catch up with Jim Coleman'sberger. We'll talk to the number 11 now. Jim, there's no Remble up here at the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you're up 20 spots now. One of the hard charges of the day with Dale Rapp just behind you on that front. But a good solid run for you. You're one of the few trucks that looks clean to the field right now.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I missed most of the wrecks, thank God. A little craziness going on. Seems like tempers might be flaring a little bit too, but everything seems to be going good. Hopefully I'll be all right.
You have opted to stay out under this yellow flag here. Quite a few drivers have come down for mixed service, some for fuel, some for tires. Do you reckon another quick caution is going to be in order here for this restart?
Yeah, I'm on freshies. I got on that last run I got tires, so I'm good. I'm just going to try to keep it out until the last stop that I need to go and see what happens with the set of tires.
Well, we'll wish you the best of luck when we go racing once again. Jim, good job on the 4th place so far. We'll see if we'll talk to you again at the end.
Thank you, and thanks for the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Thank you as well. Jim Coleman'sberger from the MOF Motorsports crew out of Harlan, New Jersey, running number 4 right now. As the lights are out. Green flag set to come out this time by Gudger, May, and Ahsoka Coleman'sberger, Rappin Lane, 17 on the lead lap, and down to just 20 in the race. Green flags in the air. By 2 as we work back to turn numbers 1 and 2. Michael Gudger pulling clear with the lead. Anna Sogak tucks in line for second. Looking for a bit of 3 behind. No one's going to commit to it though. Zane Bailey down the inside as Justin Anasogak a big drive going down the front stretch in a 1 and 2. Anasogak takes off for the lead, looking for his second for another win, looking to take his first repeat win of the series. Sorry. Huge block from Aaron May down the inside. And Bailey gets up into Gudger. Gudger forced up high, almost into the outside wall. Keeps it out of it though. And like Coleman'sberger said, tempers looking to be flaring right now. A lot of aggression being shown all around. Zane Bailey still hanging on to the tail end of Justin Anasogak, trying to keep on that back bumper. He's got 12 lap pressure tires. He does have the chance to go for the lead here, but he's got to really get the hammer down on that front. There it is, cuts to the inside. And Sogak losing momentum as Jared Dudo follows through to pick up number 2. Meanwhile, everyone else screaming along as we take it down to the back straightaway. Jeff Gilmore attacking Justin Anasoga now as Gilmore takes one down low. Anasogak hemorrhaging spots now as Van Leer. Oh no, LeBron Van Leer might have just had technical problems. No, he's going to get back in. It's almost like an orange filter now is being cast over the racetrack as drivers like Dale Rapp and Aaron May begin to race under the sunset. On board is Ryan Wayne, and this will be a lap around Charlotte, and this is just how intense this racing is when you're door to door like this. You see Rapp fighting it out with drivers like Gudger, Aaron May, and more. No glare that these drivers are contending with yet for the sun. It's kind of dipped behind the grandstands, and oh boy! Coleman'sburg into the wall, Wayne into the wall. They're both gonna pedal it together. Whoa! Now Gudger gets into big time with Aaron May. Man, I think these two drivers are throwing hands right now. Contact again. Mays into the wall. Dale Rapp takes that one down low. These guys got to settle their beef, and if they're going to go and fight, they can't do that when they're fighting it out with each other. This is getting a bit ridiculous now. There you saw Coleman'sburg getting into the wall a little bit there with Ryan Wayne, and then come together a bit there. And then off of Gudger doesn't leave him a lot of room to work with. If those two get together again, then watch out. Danny Story up 16 spots in his first SRA start. And right about here is where the fuel turnover window is. So now if you pit here, you're good to go to the end of the race. Finally starting to get some separation for really the first time since that big long run right from lap 1 to 30 thereabouts. Looking like finally we're going to be able to get some calm. Took what, about an hour, but better late than never, you know what they say. John Holiday and Jim Coleman'sberger now are the next pair that looks set to scramble as we fight down the back chute into turn numbers 3 and 4. While Dale Rapp and Ryan Wayne start to fight amongst themselves. This is for 9th, 10th, 11th. Ryan Wayne looking to the inside of Rapp as that 52 car starting to lose a little bit on the long run pace. Ryan Wayne going to make up another spot. One other driver that's at risk of losing out, Zane Bailey, has been being steadily caught here for the last little while by Jared Duda. And take a look at the lap times over the last few. Duda's been running Bailey down, and now with 20 laps to go, he's there, he's ready to pounce. Gudger and Sogak, Rapp, Holiday, and May are all in the pit road meanwhile, but this fight for the lead is on. And there goes Jared Duda looking to the inside on Zane Bailey. Stadium lights just flicked on. Saw the sudden dramatic shift in lighting. Of course, brand new lighting engine being brought in the new season build, and you can see it at work. And Zane Bailey is coming to pit road. I like the strategy, going for the undercut, not wanting to leave Jared Duda with a chance to get the drop on him. This should be able to get Bailey out in front, assuming he's got a set of tires left. Jared Duda, meanwhile, coming in this time by as well. Justin Sogak, last time by on fresh tires, put down the fastest lap of the race. And we are looking for Zane Bailey. There is Bailey. Coming down the front straightaway this time by, but Judge is out of pit road. Bailey's got to hustle. He's going to get around him. So Zane Bailey retains the net race lead. There we see Danny Story into pit road. And George Rincon just behind, going to be out of pit road, just a little ways behind him. So several of the battles have been completely broken up as a result. Jared Duda's got about 2 seconds to Zane Bailey if he wants to retake that lead. Zane Bailey will be looking for win number 2 on the season. His first win came at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Hampton, Georgia 200. Right now, he's got about half a second on Justin Sogak, also chasing win number 2. Meanwhile, Aaron May still trying to plow through the field. Now that he's made his final stop, sizing up Dale Rapp. Rapp's not willing to make it easy as he's going to shut the door on May. Pushing! And it is between Jim Colmansberger, looking to be one belligerent in this caution, and Rincon looking to be the other. And that's going to shake up everything here in this one. So Colmansberger up high, loose off the corner, and just nowhere for Rincon to go. Hard hit into the wall for Colmansberger. Was looking so well, and just... It's amazing how quickly this can change, especially apparently when you get interviewed mid-race on Green Flag TV. Man, that sucks. That truck caught quite a bit of air as well. But a harsh impact into the inside wall for Rincon. Never saw it coming. So this is looking to be very eerily similar to what we had happen last week. Remember, the podium that we got was a result of drivers coming down, and they had a set of tires on a last bit of pit stop. This looks to be like what Gilmore, Lane, and Van Leer, who also was on the podium last week, are trying to repeat tonight. Problem is, they won't have as many laps to get the job done. We'll see. They all had a set of tires. One more time, we'll step away and we'll be back for the restart.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Green flag set to come out this time by as Zane Bailey and Justin Sogak will take us at the green flag with 8 laps to go. However, Drivers from about third on down are in the hunt for a podium, with the top two staying out under the caution. Green flag in the air this time by, and this finish is going to be a wild one. Bailey down low. And a Sogak up high. Whoa! One truck around to the back end tie ball. He's going to catch it. Meanwhile, Van Leer and a Sogak, Lane, Gudger. All of them paddling off of turn number 4. Jeff Gilmore on fresh tires to the lead. Gilmore pushing big right now for the driver, the number 57. Six laps to go. Van Leer to the inside of Bailey. Paul Witt trying to skedaddle as well as Van Leer blocking him down to the inside, trying to hold on to go for 2 podiums in a row. Whoa, no! It takes him out of the track. What a save, never mind. Van Leer goes down, pounds the pit attenuator. And so, it escalates. And it escalates. And it escalates. Witt wasn't happy, gave her the bumper. Thomas Lane Jr. barely snuck through and just clipped the left rear. Ripped that thing out, and that is game over for LeBron Van Leer. This is from that wall cam. As yikes. Much more harsh impact than you realize, but 3 laps to go. Gilmore pulling away. So the top grouping started to break away, and looking like this is going to be a walk-off for Jeff Gilmore. Dale Rapp, Danny Story, and Aaron May. Whoa, 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 whoa! Look out! Someone is sideways up here. That is Cody Witt taking to the infield grass. He's going to recover. Zane Bailey trying to run down Jeff Gilmore, but with 8-lap pressure tires, nothing is slowing down the driver of the Irwin Tools, number 57 out of Canada. Coming down the back straightaway. Lane's making the jump on Zane Bailey down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. Trying to make the move off of turn 4. Meanwhile, Jeff Gilmore, the first Canadian win of 2025 on Green Flag TV. And Lane just able to snipe away second. This is the race to the number 2 spot, as Lane just out-drags him to the line. What a race, though, at the end of the day. An absolutely barn burner of a finish here for Jeff Gilmore. as he will burn it down on the front straightaway. Jim Coleman'sberger coming on up to give his congratulations as well. First win in SRA. His last one came in August 16th of last year, where he finished second at Talladega. So Jeff Gilmore with his first win of his SRA career. He's going to be a happy, happy man with that. I'm going to take a rundown of your official post-race results at the end of the day, where Jeff Gilmore takes home victory ahead of Thomas Lane Jr. Zane Bailey picks up third. Justin Anasogak in fourth. Jared Duda in fifth. Michael Gutcher was in sixth. Ryan Wayne in seventh, Kevin Roy in eighth, John Holiday ninth, and Aaron May rounds out the top 10. From there, it's Dale Rapp, Danny Story, Joshua Jernigan, Jim Coleman'sberger, Joshua Highball, Paul Witt, LeBon Van Leer, Robert Amaral, John Buwalda Jr., and George Rincon. From there, towards the back half of the field, it's Cody Witt, Anthony Williams, all not finishing this race, along with Noah Swaffer, Mike Campbell, Brad Slagle, Jim Duda, Anthony Lane, Dylan Wilbers, Douglas Braz, Aaron Raymond, and Mike Allen. Jordan Jung did not start racing action tonight. So that is that. A race is a race. And we're going to take a chance now to give a rundown of where everybody is able to finish on out. And let's get a chit-chat here with Jeff Gilmore as the driver of the number 57. Comes home, and as I understand it, the second Canadian driver in SRA history to take home a win this afternoon. Trying to track down where Mr. Gilmore might be hiding. There he is, the MOF Motorsports driver, going to be coming home number one this afternoon. And Jeff, you never forget your first league win, and especially if it's your first win in the particular series. And this is a big day for you. Talk us through being, I believe, the second Canadian to take a win here in the Sim Racing Association.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, one of a very small amount of drivers to do it.
Yeah, no, it feels good to finally get one. I've been trying for a while now, and just had the luck on my side tonight, and things played out in my favor. And I know a lot of guys had a lot of bad luck tonight too, so I can attest to that, and that happens all the time to me too. So it's finally nice to get one together, get the win.
It's a solid drive this afternoon. You had to really work for it, though. Quite a few cautions, always upset the strategy. You were able to cling on to a set of tires right at the buzzer. Were you taking notes from last week with that?
Yeah, definitely. I always try to do that, but it usually ends up biting in the you-know-what. Like, so you got to just you got to keep doing it. You got to keep trying it, because I don't have the speed to beat some of these guys, so I gotta try something different like that. So I always try the strategy card, and usually doesn't play out. So tonight it did, and it was pretty cool.
Well, next week, as we get set to continue our way through the season, where are we at next week? It's going to be Nashville Super Speedway, so Concrete Behemoth, 150 laps. What do you think's in store for that number 57 machine?
Yeah, that should be a fun race. They always have some pretty good races there. Should be able to keep it up there up front in the top 5, hopefully.
Well, Jeff, it's been a pleasure to be able to talk to you for the first time on Victory Lane this afternoon. Congratulations on that first SRA win, and we'll see if there'll be any more before the season is out.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, you. I just want to say congratulations, Zane, Thomas, finishing second and third there, too. Good run for those guys. Thank you guys as well in the booth up there, Green Flag TV. You guys do an awesome job every week. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. That was Jeff Gilmore taking home his first SRA win this afternoon. Let's bring on down Thomas Lane Jr. The SRA founder will finish second this afternoon. And Thomas, a wild race tonight. And, well, we don't see you on the podium all that often, but boy, it is so sweet whenever you get that chance.
Yeah, I saved my tires this time and stayed out of a lot of trouble there. And thing worked out for me there, Nolan. thought that was at the beginning I was messed up there because I got a lap down, but I said, well, let's try to just stick with it and see what we can make of it.
Overall, you had a real big fight with Zane Bailey in the closing stages. You were able to out-drag him coming off of turn number 4. It was a great drive for you, though, all things considered. Talk us through the race as a whole tonight. I know this is your home track, so it couldn't feel any better to get a podium here.
Yeah, I usually have a good feel here for Charlotte. Usually if I don't get, where I get in a bunch of mess early on, I usually have a pretty good run, and it kind of worked out for me. Got close, though. I dodged a couple of wrecks there, but I got real close to getting into them. But it kind of worked out for me, and I do like Charlotte pretty good. And yeah, I was talking to Zane there. I said he's usually fast on old tires, and I'm like, he must have had some wore-out tires. But I did have some sticker tires on there.
Well, we'll look set to take you home this afternoon in the number 2 spot. Congratulations on that second place, and we'll wish you the best of luck next week in Nashville.
I appreciate it there, Nolan. We're going to try to do our best there.
Thomas Lane Jr. comes home number 2 this afternoon, and with that, we will bring on down Zane Bailey. Zane, you finished a solid 3rd this afternoon. You had a big fight there with Thomas Lane Jr. in the closing stages, and a lot of aggression in the field today. You were right in the thick of most of it.
Yeah, and that last caution was really unfortunate. I felt like it was going to be a really good battle between me and Justin, but that yellow coming out from stopping on the bottom of the apron caused a caution. So yeah, that's unfortunate.
At the end of the day, though, you're still able to come away with a very solid podium compared to where points leader Paul Witt finished today. It's definitely a big jump in the points. You were ahead of second place in the points, Justin Anasogak as well. Mathematically, it's been growing a little bit more difficult to get into that title fight, but being better than the top 2 is always going to be something. Do you reckon that championship is still in the cards for you by season's end?
Maybe, but I think I'll probably get second.
Well, best of luck to you anyway. Nashville Super Speedway comes up next. What's your take on it?
I really like that track. It's really fun.
Well, we wish you the best of luck then next week. Congratulations on 3rd. We'll see you in the Music City.
Yep, thank you.
Zane Bailey comes home number 3 this afternoon, and well, with that, we're going to be able to call it there for the afternoon. What a race that we had this afternoon. A lot of action, a lot of aggression, and no doubt some discussions to be had behind closed doors this afternoon among some drivers and potentially some teams about what happened tonight. That was an insane race, and there's a lot of insane racing coming on up, and if you want to check out some good old open wheel action, get something new on your platter, well, look no further. The Classic IndyCar Series has their long-awaited return for the 2025 season, and for the PRS IndyCar Grand Prix at Phillip Island. That will be on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, with the SRA Xfinity Series at Atlanta at 8 o'clock p.m. And that's followed up by the SRA Xfinity Series from Chicagoland on Tuesday. The Beer League with their last race of the season at Road America, as they get set to close out week number 9 in their 10th season of action. That's followed up by the Speed Cup Series at Homestead Miami Speedway, and we'll be taking it back around to the National Super Speedway next week for the SRA IEL Truck Series. If you want to find out more about who we are and what we can offer you, check us out today at www.greenflagtv.com. We'll see you next time on Green Flag TV. I'm Lorenzo. We'll see you in Nashville.